I want to wear the hair and the makeup, but, my wife was like, you can't do that because you're doing a serious thing. And now if you do get out, you will have a strict curfew. I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church. You get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Oh, now we have a problem.
Yeah.
Now we have a problem. If it's an inconvenience to you to have this, and the problem is that when the cat's away, the mice will play.
In honor of Halloween, I had to post these clips of Judge Fleer dressing up as Beetlejuice in his Texas courtroom. And these clips do not disappoint. Even though Judge Fletcher is a good guy and likes to have fun, he still doesn't play around when people refuse to follow the rules or keep violating their bonds. It really is crazy to see somebody get scolded by a judge in a full costume. These clips really are one of a kind. Let me know in the comments if you think Judge Fletcher took it too far by dressing up, or if you guys think it's perfectly fine for the courtroom. I personally think it's okay. But I know some of you guys in the comments are going to get mad at him for wearing this costume. But yeah, let's dive in, guys.
Just today, Judge. Beetlejuice. I like that.
I want to wear the hair and the makeup, but, my wife was like, you can't do that because you're doing a serious thing. And,
I mean,
she's right.
it's one day.
She's right.
Would you think it would have gone bad to do that? Yeah, but let's have fun.
This is not about fun.
No, that's true. I guess that's a matter of perspective, right? You were on bond for DWI, and now you've picked up another DWI. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, man.
The officer was dispatched to a major one-car vehicle accident. The officer made contact with a witness who observed the motor vehicle had left the scene, but was still blocking a moving lane of traffic and had struck a school zone signpost. The officer also observed the defendant's motor vehicle had crashed in the direction moving against the flow of traffic, and the witness identified the defendant as the driver. EMS saw the defendant in the driver's seat of the crashed vehicle with her feet sticking out and the engine still running. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance on the defendant's person, along with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and general disorientation and slow responses. When asked about the accident, the defendant stated she may have fallen asleep but did not remember the crash occurring. The defendant admitted to drinking and consuming Adderall, and she said that she was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. The officers recovered 2 open alcoholic beverage containers from the passenger side floorboard.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And 4 unopened containers. Standard field sobriety tests were performed. HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, and 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. A blood warrant was drafted and executed.
The lab results came back as 0.286.
0.026.
0.206, because there's a big difference. Is it 0.26?
Yes, 0.286. Yes, Judge. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is a very high blood test. Can you run an NCIC? I'd like to know what other kind of criminal history she has, number one. Number two, did we have her sign a no driving affidavit on the first one? Because if she did, I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
I don't see a no driving affidavit on the file, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, her driver's license wasn't eligible though on the second DWI.
Probably because of the first and the ALR. Mr. Treadwell, I want you to be perfectly clear about something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the citizens of Harris County. Every single day, someone dies because of a DWI in Harris County. And I will do everything in my power to protect my city. And if that means putting you in custody because you repeatedly flaunt our bond conditions, so be it. Now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm taking you in. And now, if you do get out, you will have a strict curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm forbidding you from going within a car at all. You will now be signing an affidavit, and if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Every time you get into a car, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you're going to get a scram device, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bonds and I'm putting them both at $25,000. Do you understand? She goes with you.
It's one thing to get sent to jail for violating your bond, but it's another when the judge is doing it dressed as Beetlejuice. I really don't even know how you keep a straight face in that situation. But still, this is really exactly why I respect Judge Fletcher, because he really doesn't let that costume distract from the law at all. Like, he's the same dude even with the costume. And not only that, but like when it comes to drunk drivers in particularly, you can just tell Judge Fletcher just hits. It just hits a little different for him. I just don't get the obsession some people have with drunk driving either. Like, this lady was already on bond for a DWI and then proceeds to do it again while on bond. Like, I just feel like the system, like, it really needs to change. Like, I don't know exactly what they need to do, but I feel like if you're a first offender for a DWI, you should probably go to jail for a few days. But usually people don't. So I think that's exactly why people continue to do this kind of stuff. Let me know in the comments if you think anybody caught driving drunk should automatically get time behind bars instead of another chance like always.
Now we have a problem, because now it's very possible I'm putting you into custody for not getting your stuff within the time you're supposed to get it.
Still have one more day today, sir. But I did go and they emailed that I did show up. I did show up to get my scram yesterday, and I was not in the system.
Order in the court,
They said that
please.
they emailed the court and said that I showed up to do it.
Hey, Felicia, can you check out Mr. Newell and see what the issue is, please? You're asking me to take stuff up. He don't even have anything on.
He was trying, Judge. He went there.
I got my GPS
They
on.
denied him.
That's the only thing they put on.
So he went there. I mean, he's got the GPS. He's doing everything he's supposed to, right?
I don't own a vehicle.
My concern is public safety. You have a manslaughter from last year, a felony assault, and another assault. And now you have a DWI. You're crashing and burning before our eyes. And what I don't want you to do is leave a wake of destruction in your path. That's what's happening. And I'm going to do everything in my power to stop it. If it's an inconvenience to you to have this, every day there's a death in Harris County because of alcohol-related collisions. It's not going to happen on my watch. Do you understand, Mr. Newell? And if it's an inconvenience to you, the other thing is a lot of the other judges here would make you pay for it. And for this, you'd probably be in the hole around $1,200 a month. I'm paying for you so that there's no excuse. And you still have yet to have the device on.
As of now, he's currently in compliance. He does have one more day to obtain that device.
Why did he's saying they kicked them out?
Yes, I see the email right here. That's not stated on here. It was stated that
So let-
but he has conditions of bond and told to apply with the IID condition. He stated to our officer that he lost his job but did not have a card to the DWI, does not have money to hire an attorney. He got his GPS and said that he will pick up his scram device, or he said that yesterday. And then I don't have any reports following that.
So he's here now. Let's send him down to pretrial to get everything right now.
I'll send him a report.
Okay, we're sending you right now to get everything right now. The only thing that, Mr. Newell, the only thing I'm asking you to do is don't kill someone, man. That's all I'm asking you to do, you know? God forbid you dig yourself into a 50-year hole because of some catastrophic event. I'm trying everything in my power to prevent that from happening. Do you understand? That's all I want. In time, if you show me that we can trust you, and it's not just, okay, I'm all better, I'm going to be little bunnies jumping in the woods. No, I need proactivity to show me that you appreciate everything, then we can talk. But at this time, with the kind of criminal history you have and the fact that we have a death in 23, no, I don't think that this is unreasonable. You understand? All right, just go ahead, take a seat. We're going to send you down now to get your stuff. You got to have it on by at the latest tomorrow. If not, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
And just to be clear, you're allowing the changing from the interlock to the portable since he doesn't have a vehicle.
No.
He doesn't have a vehicle to put it in, Your Honor.
So whose vehicle was this that he was driving?
That's
Are you Dad? Come on up, Dad. Thank you so much for coming. We have quite a bit of issues with Mr. Newell. And it seems that most of them are related to drug and alcohol issues. And I want to prevent anything further from happening that endangers the public. And my fear is that, does he live with you now?
Yes.
If there's a car at the house, he has access to it. And the problem is that when the cat's away, the mice will play.
This hearing is actually pretty tough to watch because you could just see the father sitting there heartbroken. His son was driving his car drunk, and now he's pulled into this whole mess just because of it. You can tell by the look on his face that he's a good man who never thought he'd end up in a courtroom like this. He really just looks embarrassed, and disappointed. And it's bad enough to be in this situation, but I just can't stop thinking about what's going through their heads while the judge is dressed as Beetlejuice. It's honestly one of the strangest combinations of serious and funny I've ever seen in a courtroom. But yeah, the dad's probably just wishing he could just fast forward through this whole day. But let's see how Judge Fleer handles this decision.
Going to use it in a way that, and so that's why I ordered him to put the interlock for any vehicle that's at the house that he's staying. I'm paying for it, so it's not going to be anything coming out of your pockets, but my fear is that he just takes the car and something happens that's catastrophic. And I'm trying to prevent that from happening. So that's why I've ordered it. Like I said, nothing's coming out of your pocket. You guys don't have to pay for anything. I just want to make sure that if he gets into a car, we know about it. And that's the only way that I know. Okay?
Interlocks.
And my concern, Your Honor, he doesn't have any bond conditions and the car won't start if it's not blowing into. So are you saying he's going to have to start blowing into it as well and he's not allowed to? So he can't drink any alcohol as well? So the father has bond conditions?
He's
legally allowed to have a beer and go driving if he's under the limit and he has a normal use of the mental and physical faculties.
Get it? But
now he's going to have restrictions on him and he doesn't have.
I want to make sure that Mr. Newell's not driving. I'm just. Have you seen the record? We have a death last year. 2 assaults, and now we have a DWI second. I told him that if he's proactive with showing me that he's tackling everything in a mature and adult way, then we can talk about bond conditions in the future. But it seems that with the wake of destruction that he's left with the last 2 to 3 years, it's really concerning, and I feel that he's deteriorating before our eyes, and I don't want it to happen anymore. And, my fear is that something happens catastrophic. He gets into a car and just takes off and does something that's just, you can't dig yourself out of. That's my fear. And I don't want it to happen, Okay. I'm sorry, but Mr. Gold, we'll talk in a couple months. If he's doing well, proactive, come back and we can talk.
So the conditions are staying. You see my concern that it's now impacting his father since it's not his cars. I understand your concern, obviously, Judge. I just have to advocate for my client, and his father doesn't even have conditions.
I'm not begrudging you for it, Mr. Gold. I never will.
The question, Your Honor, though, is does he need a second interlock now? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to pay for everything for you, okay? So that it's nothing out of your guys' pocket, okay? Just make sure he's not driving. He signed an affidavit not to drive. If he drives, I can have a contempt hearing and he's facing 6 months every time he drives. So please, okay?
Okay.
Good luck to you. If you ever need anything, come back to us, talk to us. We're happy to help you in any way and anything you need, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, happy Halloween.
Dang, when Judge Fletcher said Happy Halloween, you could just feel the sadness in his voice. Even though the costume added humor to the day, this was still a rough hearing to watch. I just feel so bad for that dad. Just having to sit there while your son kind of destroyed your whole day and the rest of the few months. Some parents really do try their best and their kids still go down the wrong path. And that's exactly what this looked like. I don't know their whole story, but based off the dad and the other son that he had, that's how it looked to me. It's hard to blame the father for his son's mistakes, but you could just see how much it weighs on him. But yeah, guys, I just had to pose this because it's one of those cases that makes us comedy and heartbreak at the same time. And when else are you guys going to see a judge in a Beetlejuice costume? Judge Fletcher is one of a kind. Let me know in the comments if you guys like Judge Fletcher's costume or if you think it was too unprofessional for the courtroom, because I already know some people are going to say that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Take care, everyone.